Keto Moments, filmed on Thursday. I've got to work for pretty much the whole weekend, so I thought I would go ahead and film my keto moments today, and you guys will see it on Monday. Today, I want to talk about my top 10 tips, top 10 rules that I had set up for myself back at the beginning of my journey, because I had thought about all my other journeys in the past and in what areas that I feel like I set myself up for self-sabotage. And I was like, you're not going to do that this time. So number one was thinking of it as a diet. It isn't a short-term fix for your weight problem. It is a long-term solution to stay healthy. So you need to think of it as a lifetime commitment to yourself and to your family and your friends and the people that love you. So you can't think of it in short term. You can't think of that end goal. It has to be a lifetime commitment to your health. So don't think of there as being an end. When I get here, you're just going to play each day as it comes to you, not planning too far into the future of what you're going to do when you get the goal. Because the goal is to get healthy and maintain that. So don't make it so much about the weight, about the number on the scale. Make it about getting healthy and staying healthy. Okay? Number 2, get a food scale. Actually know what you're eating. Weigh that stuff out. Each and everything you put in your mouth. Be honest. If you take a bite of something, write it down. Put it in your app. Be honest with everything that goes in your mouth. Because think of it this way. A peanut is 10 calories. So if you overeat by 1 peanut a day, at the end of the year, you have gained 1 pound. I just overeaten 10 calories a day. One little peanut a day will gain you 1 pound at the end of the year. So be honest. Write down everything you put in your mouth. Calculate it. And that goes into number 3. Use a food app or a food journal. Something to keep track of what you're doing, because you're not going to remember it. You cannot keep track in your head all day long of where you're at with your macros and your calories. It's too hard. Get yourself a good app or a food journal and then calculate before every meal. I used to have, before these smartphones came along, because of course I've been on many journeys in the past, and I've still got notebooks where I've kept track of all of it. Carbs and protein, fat, fiber. I used to write everything down and calculate it out per serving before we would eat. So if you don't have a smartphone, use a food journal, but keep track of it. Okay. Track your calories. I know everybody is so on the macros. And yes, your macros have to be correct. But if you're looking at macros percentages, okay, so for me, it's 5% carbohydrate, 20% protein, and 75% fat. But those percentages can be that no matter how many calories I eat. So a 2,000 calorie diet versus a 10,000 calorie diet, I can still have the same breakdown of macros. So you've got to put a ceiling for yourself, not just a macro ceiling. So like my carbohydrates is 22 net, my protein's 100, but you got to have a caloric ceiling too. So my ceiling for calories is 1,750. I do not go above that. I don't care where I fall below it. I do not go above it. As long as I'm eating under 22 carbs net and around 100 grams of protein, and I let the fat fall wherever it may. So I use fat as a lever. I don't worry about going above or reaching 1750. That is my ceiling. I cannot go above that to continue to lose weight. Okay. Make short-term goals that aren't scale related. So buy yourself a shirt that's one size too small and hang it up where you can see it every day. I want to get into that. Buy yourself a pair of shoes that's just slightly too snug on your chubby feet. But make your goals tangible, not a number on a scale, because that number on the scale will lie to you. You could be shrinking in inches, as I have learned very dramatically. I've learned you can shrink in inches as you're going up in weight. So we don't want to hinge our happiness, our joy, our successes on that scale. We have to hinge it on the numbers of inches, the sizes that we're wearing. Because I would much rather be in a size 18 pant and up 3.5 pounds than still in a size 20, where I was last week when I was 3.5 pounds lighter. So, hey, give me the 18s and I'll take that 3.5 pounds right along with them. Yeah, I'm a happy girl. Because I know things are still going in the right direction. If I'm shrinking, who cares about where that number on the scale is going? Okay? So, if you have a slip on the lip, you have put something in your mouth you shouldn't have, you have went over your carbs or whatever it is, from that moment on, forget it and move on. Don't even think about it. Okay, I've did this. I'm over it. Move on. Don't punish yourself about it. This is a lifetime commitment. So is that one little slip up really going to affect you in the long run? You're not even going to notice it if you just get right back on plan. You're not even going to notice it if you keep your momentum going forward and not dwell on that moment. So you're at a birthday party and you caved and you had a piece of cake. That doesn't mean go home and binge for the rest of the night. From that moment on, it's keto or whatever diet you choose to do. So don't punish yourself over it. Don't dwell on it. And don't have the mindset of, okay, I just messed up, so I'm not going to eat anything for the rest of the day. Because most likely, because you've had those carbohydrates, once that gets into your system, come the rest of the day, come evening, you're going to feel like you're starving to death. Do not punish yourself. Get something very fatty, a fat bomb. This is where fat bombs will serve you. Get that fat into your system. Have a buttered coffee, a bulletproof coffee, some people call it. Get that fat into your system so the next day when you wake up, your fat content was high enough before you get to bed that you're not going to be starving and you're going to be better able to get back on track. So don't punish yourself for a slip on the lip. Just move on. It happens. Just move on. Okay. Stay off the scale. Pick a day and a time and weigh yourself at that exact same moment. Whatever the schedule you pick for yourself. For me, it used to be only on the first of the month. Whatever the first was that day, first thing in the morning after my potty. And then once I started documenting my journey for you guys, I then moved it to a weekly weigh-in. But it's the same thing. It's when I get up in the morning after my morning potty, in my birthday suit, jump on that scale. And then I try not to get on it again at all, unless for some reason I've noticed a dramatic change in one direction or the other. I might get on the scale so that way I can look at my food journal, see what I had the day before that might have caused if there's an issue. But other than that, I stay off of it because I'm very scale obsessed and most people are. And you don't want to be weighing yourself every time you walk into the bathroom. So pick a day and time and a schedule and stick with that. So you're not driving yourself crazy and you're not making it about the numbers because it should be about your health. Okay. Number 8, exercise. Don't worry about exercise when you're first starting your journey. The feeling to exercise will come when you're ready. You'll just be energetic and you'll be like, man, I want to go for a walk today. I just feel like getting out and about. But don't think that you can out-exercise a poor diet. You cannot out-exercise a poor diet. So on your apps, some of them, you can log your exercise, and then it'll show you in a deficit for calories until you eat those calories back. Don't eat the calories back. If you're going to do the exercise, you're defeating the purpose by eating the calories back, in my opinion. If you're going to exercise, exercise to tone up. Exercise for the heart health. Don't exercise thinking that it's going to allow you to eat more and you're going to eat back those exercise calories, because 90% of the time, those apps have overestimated what you're going to do, and you have overestimated what you're going to do. So if you're going to exercise, do it for the health benefits, not at the mindset of, I'm going to eat back my exercise calories. Don't even log them. Don't even put them in the apps. Who cares? If you want to keep track of your exercise, put it in your agenda. Put it in your journal. I did an hour of walking today or whatever. But don't put it in the app with the intention of eating those calories back. Okay? Do whatever it takes to stay motivated. Whatever it takes, so that your get healthy journey is on your mind all the time, until you reach a healthy point in your life where it becomes second nature. But until it becomes second nature, dive into it and immerse yourself into this world of healthy. Whether it's watching YouTube videos every day, whether it's going and researching or going to Pinterest and writing down your food meal and food prepping for the week, talking to people about it, whatever it is, keep yourself motivated so that you're going to get enough time in of healthy living that it just becomes second nature to you. And last, keep a positive attitude. Again, it comes back to making it about health and not about the numbers, because your numbers are going to go up. They're going to go up. Expect it. Keep a positive attitude. Get rid of the negative self-talk. Please don't say, I can't do it. I'm not like them. She's different than me. You don't know where the other people started their journey. You don't know how bad they were just a few months back. You don't know that they were knocking on death's door maybe. So don't compare yourself to anybody else, and don't tell yourself, I can't do it, because you're already setting yourself up for failure every time you have a negative thought in your head about yourself. So think positive. I can do this. I'm going to lose 200 pounds and I'm going to be banging in a few months, because then you will be. And take it one day at a time. Don't think about the future. Think about today, and think about today in a positive manner. So what you put out there, you're going to get back. So keep it positive. And I know that's hard sometimes, but find a positive in every day. Even if you've gained a pound, even if you've gained 3.6, find a positive as to what could be going on, because it's not always about something negative. It could be a good thing. So obviously, I have gained lean muscle mass from the activity that I've been doing on my stair stepper and how I've moved, and I've trimmed that waistline and lost 4 inches. Gained 3.6 pounds and lost 4 inches. So it's due to the exercise that I've incorporated over the last few weeks, thanks to Diamond's Fitness Challenge. Alrighty guys, those are my 10 tips and my 10 rules for losing weight and keeping it off and staying on plan. You guys have a great day. Happy Monday and blessings.